Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Code Man Movies podcast. What are we at? 12? I think we're at 12. We're almost teenagers, guys. It's great. Anyways, guys, gotta let you know I am pre-recording this actually on Monday night because tomorrow I have to work on my business, my personal business. I own my own cleaning business as well as being a manager of a bar, which I did not quit, which I said I was going to quit in the last video, but I didn't because I can't say no to the person that owns the place until she pisses me off to the point that I have to quit. Anyway, movies. We're going to talk about movies. I'll let you know again, guys, I did not get to see that many. I think I saw 7 since the last time I put up a video. Not as much as I would have liked, but, you know, a new week is coming. You never know. This week, drink I'm drinking is a apple pie old fashioned. I might have had this one last week, but I wasn't really drinking it because I really wasn't feeling good because I haven't felt good for like 3 weeks, and I'm happy to say I'm starting to feel better. I was sleeping a lot this week as well, which is another reason why I really didn't get to watch a lot of movies. But anyways, let's just talk about movies and a TV show because we had the 3rd episode of Moon Knight. Last week I said I hope we start getting some more answers into what's really going on. This 3rd episode really hasn't given us that too much. We are getting some little answers. Excuse me. And again, this is another solid episode, guys. And honestly, this might be a show. I talk about this show week to week. But this is going to be a show that I'm just going to spoil when it's all over. I'm going to watch it all in one, really, and spoil the hell out of it. Because right now I don't feel like spoiling it, but I do like saying that this is a freaking fantastic show, and I'm loving the mystery behind it, and it does feel very similar to my favorite Marvel show that we've had so far in WandaVision. So I really am enjoying this. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. I love the costume design, the characters in this show. Loving a lot about it. One thing I'm not loving is just some exposition dump in this show, and some special effects, but they haven't been too terrible. You know, just probably the worst of the Marvel TV show so far. That's not saying that much. Anyways, guys, yeah. I'm not going to rate these episodes. I'm going to wait till the very end. But this is a really interesting show, and I'm really enjoying it. Next up, guys, I did not actually watch Spider-Man No Way Home, but I did pop in my Blu-ray for this movie, and I checked out the bonus features for it. Kind of disappointed by these bonus features. It says over 80 minutes of content, and includes, what is it? Alternative reality Easter eggs, multiverse of miscreants, Enter Strange, Meeting of the Spiders. And they're like 10-minute things, and they're not very special. Honestly, guys, these bonus features have been so disappointing. I would have loved to have seen so much more. There should just be like a freaking 3-hour over 80 minutes. It should be 160 minutes. The bonus features for this should be as long as the freaking movie, if not longer. Because we brought together freaking 3 Spider-Man universes in one freaking movie, and it's incredible. And I'm just really disappointed. I really, really am. I wanted this to be so much better of the bonus features. So yeah, I had to talk about the Blu-ray. And again, this freaking cover art, whoever the hell did this needs to be fired. Because this is stupid. This is so dumb. Dumb cover art. I would have been okay if it was that. You know, this. That would have been so much better. But instead, we have this. It sucks. And I hate it. But it is what it is. I think I might watch this tonight after I'm done doing this, actually. Watch it on 4K. Check it out. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Blu-ray and how much I'm disappointed by it. No commentary. That's beginning to become a thing on Blu-rays and stuff. Nobody's buying them anymore. No one cares about these bonus features. Commentaries, I do. Same way I'm going to fight for goddamn theaters, staying open and playing movies. Want fucking bonus features. They're freaking awesome. I don't understand why people don't like them. Come on. Watch them. That's the end of that rant, guys. Was that the next one? Oh, there we go. I skipped one. Next up, guys, I saw Swiss Army Man. I saw that well, actually Thursday night, I was going to go see the new Fantastic Beasts movie. But I saw that a different movie was playing, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about that movie. And I also knew it was by the Daniels. The Daniels also made this movie, Swiss Army Man, which is a movie that came out in, 2015, 2016. And I remember hearing the weirdest things about this movie. And then I finally saw it. And I remember renting it from Redbox. I watched it with my brother. And within the first 5 minutes, my brother and I were just laughing our asses off at how ridiculous and stupid and freaking amazing this movie is. This movie is insane. If you have not seen this movie or heard about this movie, which it's possible, this was a very small independent film, so it's a very good possibility you haven't heard of it. But this movie stars Paul Dano. He is a man trapped on an island. He's about to kill himself when who should wash ashore but Daniel Radcliffe's dead body. And Paul Dano goes over and realizes it's dead, but then the body starts farting and farting some more. And then Paul Dano's about to go hang himself again, but then he sees the body washing into the water, and it's starting to move like a motorboat from the farting. So he gets on the dead body and rides it like a motorboat. And then he starts to find out that, oh, if I open his mouth, water will come out. And if I shoot something out of his mouth, it'll shoot like a gun. And this body becomes a Swiss Army Man. This movie's incredible. It's weird. It's insane. It's absolutely stupid and in the best way possible. But it's just insane. And this movie is so fantastic. I love this movie so freaking much. I'm not necessarily condoning you to drink alcohol. Well, kind of. But anyways, or even, smoke weed or other drugs. But this is the perfect movie to do that with. There's been a couple friends that I've said, hey, you want to get high with me? Let's watch Swiss Army Man. And we watched Swiss Army Man, and they freaking love this movie. Again, it's insane, but it's incredible. And it's not a super long movie. It's like an hour and a half long. But it's just so insane, and you don't know what's going on the entire time, and I love it. If you have not seen this movie, check out Swiss Army Man. It's such a fantastic movie. Not perfect, but a solid 8 out of 10 for this movie. I just love this movie every time I watch it. And I had to watch this movie before going to see the next movie we're going to talk about, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once. This movie has been in very limited release for the last month or so. And every theater that it's in, it's like selling out big time. And just everyone's talking about this insane movie. And holy crap, is this movie insane. Even more insane than Swiss Army Man. This movie is about a Chinese immigrant woman who enters the multiverse and goes to all these weird multiverses. There's one where there's hot dog fingers. There's one where her daughter's like this god. There's one where her daughter's like a superstar. This movie is absolutely insane. I don't want to say anything else about this movie. You should be going into this movie absolutely fresh. I understand if you don't like Swiss Army Man or this movie because it is so freaking insane. But these two movies are both so freaking original, so freaking fantastic. I just love this movie to death. I really do. Just the character development of all the characters. At the end of the day, this movie is about a relationship between a daughter and a mother, and it's beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Jamie Lee Curtis is really the only actor. Well, Michelle Yeoh is in this movie too. She plays the main character, but excuse me. Jamie Lee Curtis is the well-known actor that you would know. And in every universe, Jamie Lee is like more and more insane. And this movie's just fantastic. I don't want to say anything else about this movie except that it is absolutely fantastic. And if this movie is anywhere near you playing, absolutely go see it. Go see it twice. I want to go see it again this week. I'm going to try to. life has been so freaking busy right now that movies has been put on the sideburn, which I don't like. And I really do just need to quit my job and focus on the things I love, and I'm not doing that lately. So at the very least, I'll be buying this one on Blu-ray as soon as I can, or 4K on this one. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful movie. It is so insane. Cheap movie too, really. It's like a $20 or $30 million budget, I believe, and absolutely stupendous of a movie, and I have nothing else really to say about it. Only negative I have is it's a little bit long. The pacing could have been handled a little bit better, but it's a solid 9 out of 10 for me. This movie, as of now, is definitely in my top 10 of the year. I haven't really had any movies so far that I'm like, this has to be in my top 10 of the year. This one has to be in my top 10 of the year. If there are 9 more movies, 10 more movies better than this, and it kicks it out of the top 10, it's going to blow my mind. This is going to be an incredible freaking year. Because this movie is just so amazing, so insane. It's funny, it's sweet, it's dark at times, and I love it. This is such a great movie. Go see it if you can. Whew! Next up, guys. One of the days I was home. I worked the night shift this week, so I was home and was relaxing throughout the day, trying to sleep, couldn't always sleep, not feeling the best. I decided to turn on a movie that I thought might help me fall asleep. Because when I saw this movie in theaters, I wanted to fall asleep. And so this is the second time I tried watching Eternals. And I gotta say, the first hour of this movie is just not good. When they're going back in time and flashing back to the present and yada, 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 it's just boring. And then they start doing some stuff, and there is some good stuff. And then it gets really dumb again. And then there's some good stuff, and it gets... Ugh. This movie is just such a disappointment for me. It's the worst Marvel movie by far, in my opinion. There's a whole bit with Keon... I can't say his name. How do you say his name? Kamal Nanjiani. Sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. But... there's a whole side plot where he has a guy filming his life, and some people really like that. I hate that character. There's no point for him to be there. There really isn't. He's just there for comedic relief, and it doesn't need to be there. I like we have this deaf superhero. That's fantastic. The guy who's playing Joker now, what's his name? I can't remember. Barry Keegan, however you say it. He's great. Girl plays Soda. I can't remember her name either. Lauren Ridolph, maybe? I don't know. She's great. Don Lee, he's great for the bit he's in there. Of course, he gets killed off. Spoilers. Super sorry if I spoiled it just now. Angelina Jolie's great. Everyone's good in this movie. It's just the movie itself is eh. And this movie tries so hard to just not be controversial like story, but do things that we've never seen in Marvel movies. For example, we have our first fairly graphic sex scene, at least for a Marvel movie. Like, it's full plunge, you know, and, you know, good job. But it's not really romance I bought. And then there's this first gay couple in the movie, really. And there's a gay kiss scene. But I didn't, like, it was just there. It didn't feel deserved. It didn't feel like it earned that. It just put it in there to put it in there. I love that Chloe Zhao filmed in practical places. It looks fantastic. Cinematography in this movie looked fantastic. The IMAX sequences, I watched this on Disney Plus, so I get the IMAX sequences. They look fantastic. And for the most part, fairly good use of IMAX. I hate when a movie, example would be Transformers 5, Michael Bay went from IMAX to this, to IMAX, to this, to IMAX, to this, within one scene. If IMAX cameras are used for one beautiful scene, and it fills up a screen beautifully, it's really great. There's other times, though, in movies where it's just IMAX, regular, IMAX, regular, IMAX, regular, and it's annoying. It just drives you nuts. This movie did not do that, and I appreciated that. I think Chloe Zhao put a lot of love into this movie. I just don't think it exactly worked out. I wanted it to be so much better than it actually was. There's too many characters that were setting up, and I just didn't care about all of them most of the time. The end credits in this movie suck, in my opinion. Bringing in Harry Styles as Thanos' brother with the weird CGI. Some of the CGI in this movie is some of the worst Marvel CGI we've gotten so far. Yeah. That troll, or what is it? I don't even remember. Elf? I don't care. He's terrible. He looks terrible. I don't necessarily disagree with Harry Styles playing a character in the Marvel. I think he's been a decent actor in what we've seen him in. But it felt like, let's put in a celebrity so everyone knows who he is, and it didn't actually feel earned. Everything in this movie just does not feel earned at the end of the day, and that's what fully bugs me about this movie. I really wanted to like it. At the end of the day, it's just like a 5 out of 10 for me, guys. I don't see myself rewatching this a lot unless I am rewatching them for other movies coming up with these characters in them. And that'll be about it. Otherwise, I don't want to watch this movie again. I gave it a second try, though. And, I always say that. There's some movies where you just need to give it a second try. Maybe when you go see a movie, you're having a bad day. Maybe you're not feeling good. You never know what the case may be. And sometimes you just got to give it a second try. I know people like this movie. I know people also really don't like this movie. And for me, I didn't love this movie. And I wanted to like it. But I wanted to like it more. And it's just okay at the end of the day. I wanted it to be more, though. I wanted it to be more. 5 out of 10 for me. It's not an awful movie. It's a movie you should definitely watch. For the cinematography alone, honestly, it's just a beautifully shot film, and I appreciate that. The technical aspects of it, for the most part, are fantastic. So, that's Eternals. My computer sucks. Next up, guys, this is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This poster is very blurry. Holy crap, is that poster blurry? But it is what it is. You don't need to see much of a poster. So this is the first Fantastic Beasts movie that came out in 2016. I was rewatching them and leading up to the new one that came out this last week. I remember when I saw trailers for this, I thought this isn't going to be as good as Harry Potter, but I'm hoping I get to enjoy it still. And I went in, I saw it, I enjoyed it. I probably watched this movie, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times maybe now. I honestly have to say, I still really enjoyed this movie. I just want to love it, and I don't. My biggest problem with this movie, honestly, is just how cheap it looks. The special effects in this movie are crappy. You can tell so many different times that they're just on a green screen. There are scenes where, Newt Scamander's holding on to something, and, it's, going through. He's holding on to a fantastic beast, right? And his hand's, going through the creature because the CGI is just not that great. And New York, this takes place in the 1920s, I believe, and New York just looks fake. And it's because it is fake. It's actually shot in, England, I think this entire movie was shot in. And it's just, when it comes to special effects, and I don't buy it. I don't believe we're in the Wizarding World. Excuse me, sorry, been a long day. At the end of the day, though, I just didn't buy that we were in this world. I thought it was fine. I was hoping that it was. After watching this movie, I went, okay, I'm hopeful for the future. I can't wait to see what the next ones are going to be, and boy, did they screw that up. But anyways, that's spoiling what's happening after this. But, at the end of the day, I really love the characters. Newt is an interesting character. He's awkward. He's kind of a bumbling character, but I enjoyed him. Tina is a great character. I think Catherine Watterson plays her great. Jacob is a really great Muggle character they bring in. I love that he's kind of us as the audience, but in the world, and I love that about Jacob. Queenie is a great character. She's ditzy and beautiful and just has a great heart and falls in love with Jacob. I love that she falls in love with Jacob. So the characters are great. There's so many references to the Harry Potter world. They just randomly kind of throw out Dumbledore and randomly kind of throw out Hogwarts. And they kind of randomly throw out Lestrange to make you get all excited and go, ooh, I know that reference. It's literally like in Avengers when Captain America's like, I understood that reference. it's trying to get you excited about things, but at the end of the day, it's just a reference. It's not actually something that, should really be getting us as excited as it wants us to be. And that is unfortunate for me. Colin Farrell is fantastic in this movie. And big twist, if you've not seen this movie, spoiler alert, I guess, he's Grindelwald. And Grindelwald's really Johnny Depp, and I hate that. You should have kept Colin Farrell. Johnny Depp was I don't like Johnny Depp as an actor. People are going to get mad at me for that. Everyone gets mad at me for that. I think Johnny Depp is a terrible actor. I think he can act, but ever since Pirates of the Caribbean, he doesn't want to act. He just wants to act like he's on shrooms. And just walking up and place like, and I just hate it. I hate it. Can't stand Johnny Depp anymore. We'll talk more about Johnny Depp in a bit here, but yeah. This movie, like I said, it has some great moments. It has a lot of heart. I love the characters in this movie. I just really want to like this movie more than I did because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter to death. And this movie just didn't get me excited about being in the world again. It really didn't. I wanted to be excited to be back in this world, and I'm just not. It wasn't at all. It just, it let me down a bit. But at the end of the day, I would still say this is a good movie. It really is. It's like a 7 out of 10 for me. It's good. It's not great. I'm not going to watch it all the time. Like I said, I've maybe watched it maybe 10 times. I think that's pushing it. Maybe 10 times in nearly 5 years that it's been out. Which is not a lot for me when it comes to Harry Potter. So, for me, it's a good movie. A little bit of a disappointing of a movie. 7 out of 10. Next up, guys, let's talk about Fantastic Beasts, The Crime of Grindelwald. I'm just going to start out by saying it, guys. I hate this movie. It's not good. I'm going to give it an okay score because technically it's okay, but this movie sucks, guys. Newcomer, we have Zoe Kravitz in this movie. Her character's doesn't really need to be in a movie. There's this side plot that is so stupid, and there's a twist, and it's all about finding out who Credence's freaking family is, and it's stupid. Hated that bit. Take her out. You have Newt's brother in this movie, who really doesn't need to be in the movie. He really doesn't. He kind of has a side plot with Zoe Kravitz's character and Newt, of course, and it really doesn't need to be there. Take him out of the movie. We have Jude Law's Dumbledore. I do like Jude Law as Dumbledore. I don't necessarily buy him as Dumbledore that we know and love later down the line. These movies, I hope, as we go on, if we get to go on, show us how he becomes this character. We'll talk more about that later. But, yeah, Dumbledore's in this movie. I'm glad he is. I like learning about Dumbledore. He is a great character. Keep him in. Then we have Nagini and Credence. Two characters that I wish weren't in this movie. Nagini, we find out she was a human before she becomes a snake. She's going to be trapped in the snake body forever. Which, she's not even in the new one. Spoiler alert from the third one, and we'll talk about that in a second. She's not even in the third one. Why is her character in the second one? Take her out of the frickin' movie. Let's skip that middle character. Let's go down on this end. There's this spy guy, dude, investigator, cop guy. Just take him out of the movie. He really doesn't need to be in the movie. Jacob, great. Queenie, great. Character choices for Queenie is absolutely terrible by the end of this movie. She goes and joins Grindelwald because she can't get married to Jacob. But she loves him so much that she wants to separate from him and be with Grindelwald and kill muggles. That makes a lot of sense. Newt is great in this movie. Again, he's awkward, he's different, and I like that about him. Tina's in this movie, same as last movie. She's great. Johnny Depp, guys. Again, I do not like Johnny Depp, and his entire performance in this movie is very ridiculous and over the top, and it's just... and I feel like it's part of Johnny Depp's contract to look like a frickin' idiot. because he looks like a freaking ghost. One of his eyes is a different color. His hair is stupid. He's got his freaking bleached mustache. He looks stupid in this movie. And I do not buy for 1 second that this man and this man fall in love and have this romantic relationship. Screw that. Not in a million years would that sexy ass man go with this hideous, ugly beast of a human being. Forget that. Whew. I need a drink. Anyways, guys, did not like Johnny Depp in this. He is the worst part of the movie for me. So glad that he left. And we'll talk more about this in a minute, because we're going to talk about the third one here. But this movie has so much going on with it. So much that doesn't need to be going on with it. So many big twists and stuff. At the end of this movie, we find out that Credence is a Dumbledore. Does it really matter? Nope, because the next movie just messes that up, really, and makes it of no importance, really, at the end of the day. It's just stupid. This movie's stupid. I feel like this isn't on, and if it's not, I'm going to be kind of sad. Nope, it's still on. Thank God. Okay, but anyways, guys, so much this movie doesn't matter, especially leading into the third one. Nothing matters in this movie. And this movie just sucks. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10, though. Like I said with the first one, some of the visual effects are awful in this movie. And this is me just comparing it to the Harry Potter movies. The Harry Potter movies are literally 20 years old now, and it's better than the CGI in this one, in my opinion, at times. Anyways, guys, this is 4 out of 10 for me. Technically, there's some good things in there. Costume, production, blah, 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 that technical crap. It's great. Everything they chose to do in this movie is absolutely terrible, and this movie just... And, okay, we have the freaking Deathly Hallows here. The wand, the resurrection stone, the cloak of invisibility. None of that's mentioned. None of that's brought in. So you put that there, once again, just to go, oh, I know that, I know that, I know what that is, I know what that is, to get us excited, but you don't even bring it in, so what's the point of it? It's just to freaking grab at us, and it's stupid. And who will change the future? What the fudge? This movie sucks, guys. It sucks. This movie makes me disappointed in being a Harry Potter fan. This is not Harry Potter. It's just set in freaking Harry Potter world, and J.K. Rowling is stupid. God, I hate this movie. Sucks. 4 out of 10. Being nice should be a 3 out of 10. Ugh. Anyways, guys, let's continue to the newest Fantastic Beasts. I literally got home from the theater having watched this. This movie is a step up from the last one. The first scene of the movie was good. I enjoyed it. First couple scenes, really. And it just started going downhill. First of all, Mads Mikkelsen as Grindelwald? Hell yes. He's such a better Grindelwald than Johnny Depp. Thing that is bugging me, though, first movie had Colin Firth, who was technically Grindelwald. The second one was Johnny Depp. Third one is Mads Mikkelsen. Who is freaking Grindelwald at this point? I mean, seriously. It's just... This franchise is just stale. It's getting boring, it's getting stale, and it's getting harder for me to freaking care about this franchise anymore. Let's just go through characters again. Newt is sidelined in this movie. It's all about Dumbledore, which I guess it's called Dumbledore, so fine. Honestly, this movie should just take out all these characters and leave those in, because that's really, at the end of the day, what it's about. That's Newt's assistant. She's fine, I guess. She doesn't need to be in the movie. She's a character that was briefly in the last one. I don't need her in this movie. He was that character from the last... He doesn't need to be in this movie. Newt's brother... He doesn't need to be in this movie. Queenie, last one, she turned rogue, and she's now a bad guy. She works with Grindelwald, and she's helping Grindelwald read minds, and having tons of people murdered, essentially. And there's things that happen in this movie, and it's just... I'm sick of her character at this point. Credence is so stupid in this movie. Yes, he's a Dumbledore. Woo! And is he really a Dumbledore? You find out in this movie and all this fun jazz. Where they go with his character is completely stupid. Jacob is great in this movie. Once again, he's the best part of these 3 films. I don't want to spoil too much because this movie is still new. I do want to talk spoilers about this at some point. We're not going to do it today. I want to see this movie a second time. I don't know if I want to see this a second time in theaters, though. That's something you never hear from Cody. But this movie, it's a step up from the last one. It doesn't make it a good movie. I don't think this is a good movie. This is like a 5 out of 10 for me, guys. I really don't want to talk much about what I didn't like about this movie until enough people have seen it. Because I want to spoil it. Because those are the things I really don't like. There's some great duels. I think the special effects improved on this one. There's magical creatures that you can see them holding on to, and it looks like they're actually like holding on to them, which is great. There's so many things that are just like left that are like problems, and then 5 minutes later they're fixed, and there's the stupidest reason of why they're fixed. Acting's great, character's great. Catherine Waterston is literally in this movie for like 2 minutes. Apparently J.K. Rowling said some things about trans people, and Catherine Waterston told her she's a horrible person for saying those things, which kind of agree in a sense. But some people are saying that's part of it. Some people are saying that Catherine Waterston was just too busy. I don't know what it was, but she's not in the movie, and it suffered, I think, because of that. They just kind of briefly mention her. There's pictures of her in the movie. That's about it. But at the end of the day, guys, I think this franchise is over. I looked at the box office numbers. This movie made $40 million this weekend. The first one made like 70, the second one made 50, and that one was considered a bomb. This is definitely a bomb. If it's only making $40 on its opening weekend. I don't think this movie stands a chance, guys. I don't think there's going to be a 4th or 5th. There's some stickiness in my floor, and I don't like it. I have these nice, really hardwood floors. My apartment is actually an old high school, so I'm literally like in a biology lab or something. I don't know exactly what classroom I'm in, but anyways, I have these nice hardwood floors, and I clean them up. They're always shiny because I shine them up all the time because I just love my floors and I don't want to ruin them. Anyways, we went on a tangent about my floor because that's how much this franchise bores me at this point. Yeah, I just don't care anymore, guys. I don't think there's going to be a 4th or 5th. It's weird. There's a lot of things in this movie that are kind of concluded, it seems like. There's the bit with Queenie and Jacob that feels concluded. There's a bit with Credence that feels concluded. There's a bit with Newt and Tina that kind of feels concluded. A lot of things just feel concluded in this. And it feels like this is the last movie. Or they made this movie and went, this could be the last one depending on how much money it makes. So we'll make it the last movie. If it isn't the last movie, well, that's fine. We set up enough that we can keep it. Continue it. At the end of the day, guys, I just don't care anymore. 4 out of 10, though, for me. This is the last movie I saw of this week. So let's talk about maybe some movies that I might see this next week that are coming out this week. We actually have a big week this week. So let's talk about some more movies, shall we? First up, this movie's actually already out in theaters. I do want to see this movie. Father Stu, it's based on a true story about a man who becomes a boxer and then eventually turns into a priest. This is not necessarily my type of movie, but it does interest me. I like Mark Wahlberg as an actor for the most part. And I think I'm going to go see this on tomorrow night. I think I'm going to go see it. We'll see what happens, but maybe next week I'll have a review for it. That's why I included it in this one. I forgot to put it in last week's one because it was technically like already in theaters because it came out on like a Wednesday or Tuesday or something like that. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing this movie. My level of excitement for it's like a 5 out of 10. I'm not very excited about it. But yeah, I plan on seeing this movie eventually. It looks interesting for sure. Next up, guys, this is a movie that is a 10 out of 10 excitement for me. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is a movie about Nicolas Cage, and some rich guy kidnaps Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage has be an action star. This movie looks insane and incredible. It's got Tiffany Haddish and Pedro Pascal. Neil Patrick Harris is in this movie. Ike Barinholtz is in this movie. Fantastic cast. This movie looks insane and incredible, and I'm so excited to see it. 10 out of 10 excitement. I love Nicolas Cage, even though the man's psycho and insane, and he makes some shitty movies. But I'm so excited. Nicolas Cage is Nick Cage. I love it. I'm so excited. So excited for this movie, guys. Next up, The Bad Guys. I've seen a couple trailers for this movie. I like kids animated movies. I honestly do. There's a lot of ones out there. I think this one's going to be more on the side, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a chance. I'll try to go see it in theaters as soon as I can. This next week's going to be really hard with all the movies coming out and just as little time that I have to go to the theater. But I'm definitely going to try to go see this one at some point. This is probably like another 5 out of 10 for me. I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure I see this as soon as possible. Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing this one. I'm tired, guys. I'm so tired. I am excited to see this one. I will be seeing it at some point. 5 out of 10 excitement for me. I'm going to start rating my excitement for things. I've just realized this as I start doing it. Next up, The Northmen. So this is from the same director as The Witch. I hated The Witch. I thought the movie was so awful. So awful and so boring and so pretentious. I just did not see... I didn't understand why people liked that movie so much. The Lighthouse. Very pretentious. Very over the top. I liked it more. It was interesting. It was funny. It was dark. It was a very interesting movie. I'm not going to say I loved that movie, but I liked it. So yeah. I am hesitantly excited about this one. Great cast. I mean, Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe and Nicole Kidman, Alexander Skarsgård, and Taylor Joy. All great actors. It does get me excited for the movie. It looks like it is going to be so beautifully shot, like the last two movies have been. Looks like this movie has more of a budget, so maybe this is going to be like more of a big blockbuster Viking kind of movie. So I'm interested. But I didn't love the last two movies. He's a little too weird for my liking. All these movies have been 5 out of 10 for me this week. Besides the Massive Talent, Unbearable Weight, Nicolas Cage movie, whatever it's called. All these other ones, though, it's just kind of 5 out of 10 for me. I'm not super excited. I will try to go see them. Not going to count them out, but I don't love this director necessarily. I just did not think The Witch was that good. I enjoyed The Lighthouse a lot. That is a good movie in my eyes. Again, it's a little too pretentious for me. It's a weird movie, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed The Lighthouse quite a bit. So I am excited, just hesitantly excited in a sense. You know what? I'm going to give this 6 out of 10 for excitement. Because it is in my positive excitement range. I'm not excited. I'm just hesitantly excited for it, if that makes any sense. And I think that's the end. Guys, that comes to the end of the movies for this week. That comes to the end of Code Man Movies Podcast Episode 12. Hey, this is almost 40 minutes. That's not too bad. So yeah, I'll probably upload this tomorrow on Tuesday. You guys have a great week. Hopefully we'll have more movies to talk about. Some of these, hopefully these new ones. I really want to go see The Unbearable Talent, Nicolas Cage movie, whatever it's called. It's got a weird title, and I don't care. I'm so excited. Anyways, guys, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what movies I need to be watching. Let me know if you want me to do spoiler review on any movie. Any movie, I will do it. Even if I hate it, I'll do it. I'll rant. I'll drink a lot of alcohol, and I'll do it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Code Man Movies. Bye, guys. Oh, it didn't work. Did it work? Oops. Wait. I think it worked. I hope it worked. God damn it, turn off.